Firefighting, it's a lot of different things.
You're kind of expected to be a little bit of a jack of all trades.
A lot of times people call 911 for little things, for big things, but in their mind it's all important.
Ultimately, it's rewarding and it's a passion that I wouldn't give up for anything. I'm Caleb Oxer. I live in Overland Park. I'm originally from Central Missouri. I moved over here in end of 2016, beginning of 2017.
I'm Hunter Alexander. From here in Overland Park. Grew up here my whole life, 25 years old, so I still live here.
My name is Peter Friedel. I grew up in Overland Park, went to KU, got my environmental science bachelor's degree, and was originally going to be a game warden. And did a ride-along and was terrified because every person you come in contact with is armed and usually not very happy to see you.
My name is Jamie Lanning. I'm from Shawnee, Kansas originally, and currently I live out in the city of Eudora.
I started off on the EMS side, working for Independence AMR for 5 years, and then slowly transitioned to the fire side and worked for the Lake City Army ammunition plant out there in Blue Springs for about a year before I came over here.
I had spent time as a volunteer with Pettis County Fire Protection District and moved over to Kansas City when I met my wife.
I started volunteering at a local fire department around KU and kind of fell in love with that. So I decided to go to paramedic school, and after that I went to Manhattan, Kansas for 3 years or so, worked on the ambulance out there, and then I came back to Kansas City, worked at KC Mo for a couple years, and now I'm here.
I've been a volunteer. I'm with the city of Eudora. I started out there as a volunteer and moved into a part-time position that they offer. Been out there for about 2 years now.
Overland Park was my original dream. When I first moved here, I wanted to be on OPFD. You know, it took 5 years almost, but I finally made it, and I'm super excited to be here. I mean, this is a dream job for me.
Our bid team, when you guys came up, you got right off the truck and you backed up. Is that the right thing to do? Probably not, right?
I grew up here, always kind of looked up to the fire department. I like the culture that surrounds Overland Park Fire.
I feel like it's a great organization. They are very progressive in the way they do things. A lot of people really want to do the best they can for the citizens, so they want to be the most highest trained professional firefighters that they can be.
Living in the city and growing up in the city, kind of fell in love with the city, so I plan on staying here my whole life and serving my community.
It is activated and on the way.
The Academy's been fun. It's definitely been a lot different than what I expected.
I've learned a lot. I've tried to learn something every day.
There's been some challenges, there's been some successes. It's great, we've got a smaller group of people, there's only 4 of us, so there's been really a lot of time that we can focus and hone in on our skills.
I fought more fire here than I ever thought I would, so it's awesome.
Just getting in there, not knowing what the scenario is until we're getting there, so having to think on your feet and kind of come up with the plan as you're going.
For pulse, feel pulse. You have no pulse.
I know a majority of our calls are going to be EMS, so it's great to have the fire experience because those are the calls that are really a lot of times the more physically demanding calls, but having the medical calls, a lot of times those are the more mentally challenging ones.
I love EMS. any kind of emergency for somebody, I want to be able to help.
You get to see people on their worst day and kind of be their light, you know, in their dark times. Something special that not everybody gets to do.
And right now you're coming up on your 2 minutes.
All right, everyone clear? I'm gonna shock twice.
All of us came into this with service from other departments. So getting together, learning the OPFD way, and trying to kind of retrain yourself.
Each one of us problem solves kind of differently, but we put that together and we make a pretty good team.
Everyone wants to be a leader, everyone wants to use their plan, and sometimes the most important person is the one that steps back and just does what someone else's idea is. This side's free floating, so this side needs to come down.
So the only thing we can do is take
The
that.
block training was something that I had never done before. We had to communicate really well, and we had to take our time and process what was happening. It was something that you had very small margins for error. We learned a lot that day about not only communication, not only that everybody has good ideas, but talking things over quickly, agreeing on a plan, and then going for it.
Our instructors, all the training officers have been great. They all bring a whole bunch of knowledge, a whole bunch of practical skills, and a whole bunch of street experience.
You got them all fixed up with some epi.
Like what the real world is versus what they teach you in the textbooks.
Sit back and soak in all the experience from everyone that's come down here to help us, and especially our instructors.
I'll be honest, there were a few days that by the end of the day, we were all gassed, and we were all more than willing to call it a day. But for me personally, I added quite a few more tools to my mental toolbox. For me, the most rewarding part of it was getting to grow a relationship with the guys in my academy class. I am looking forward to growing my career. I plan on having a very long, extended career with Overland Park.
I'm excited for the next 32 years. I think I found my home now. I'm not going to be bouncing around anymore.
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to start my career with Overland Park. I'm really happy that I'm here. I'm blessed to be in this department and alongside with all these great professionals.
Within the first week being in the academy, I had to go to the grocery store on my way home, and just standing in line, somebody came up, thanked me for my service, thanked me for being on the fire department with Overland Park. But after they walked off, I kind of thought about the fact that, you know, they saw me as a member of Overland Park, but I didn't do anything to earn the gratitude that they gave to me at that point. That had been laid down years and decades before with the men and women that have come through and that continue to work for Overland Park. They laid that foundation.
I know there's a lot of people out there who look up to and respect firefighters for what they do as a job. And for me, knowing that there's people who need us and that they have trusted the people who hired us to pick me to wear this patch and be one of those people, it's a great honor and a great privilege to be able to serve the citizens of Overland Park.
Here we go again.
Being able to play on big red fire trucks is kind of every kid's dream.
Aggressive fire pump there.
Good strike. Yeah, he's gonna strike. Here you go.
Snake trap.
Where's the Casey? I'll put it in his office.
It's like, yes, I'm out of here.
Yeah, no problem.